Real quick, reaction of Ryan's performance. That's a good smile, bro.
Great, good, beautiful. He did what he had to do, and that's exactly what you expect. Is a good fight. Oscar's a tough guy, and that's why I was always saying, man, I'm surprised that he picked him because Oscar's strong. But Ryan did what he had to do.
Were you surprised how he was using his range? He was using his distance. He was using his range, with his jab. It was something kind of we don't see from Ryan this whole time. He looked like a old school technique fighter.
He was using everything that he was working on in the gym, and so the distance, the jab, the right hand, boxing. So proud of him, man.
In the perfect world, who will be the next opponent for Ryan?
I don't.
Anybody 140?
I haven't even thought about it. We'll have to go back to the drawing board. We'll figure out the plan as his promoter for many years to come. We'll figure it out and figure out a plan, and then we'll go back to the drawing board.
You're happy with what yourself around. Obviously, he showed different moves, different techniques, like Jerry mentioned.
I'm proud of him, man. I'm proud of every fighter. It's being inside the ring, fighting. You feel so much emotion outside the ring. A big fight, especially after you lose. You come back and you think everybody's your enemy, but then after you win, everything's great. Bro, I've been there. Come on.
What's next with Kid Austin? He's calling the ring last minute. He showed great performance.
Special fighter. That's all I have to say. Kid Austin is a special fighter.
Oscar, going back, from the 6th to the 7th round, I think it was the 7th round, he kind of like slowed down the pace, moving around, and you hear the fans kind of booing. Yeah. Did you expect that from Ryan? I really never expected that, in the ring.
I literally thought that he got hit with a body shot.
I thought so
maybe
too.
He was, because I'm telling you, Oscar's like a sledgehammer. He really is. So I thought that he maybe got hit to the body a little bit, so he was kind of cruising it, but hey.
They say winning is healing in some ways. Do you think that this W for Ryan is going to put him in a better space with maybe his relationship with Golden Boy going forward?
Look, the relationship is a relationship. It's when you have family, and it's like you have your ups and downs and your beef and this and that, but it's still family. It's all good.
Super good. You saw it. I was a little bit on the inside, so I couldn't understand what he was doing. So we heard the crowd booing and shit. It's like, fuck the crowd, like fight your fight to whoop dude's ass. Shout to Duarte, man. Shout put on a good fight, I think.
After this performance, you saw Ryan. Could he take the names of Teofimo, Haney? We even got to fight Regis and even Shakur Stevenson.
I think if he stay with Derek, hopefully he stay with Derek, and they dial in on the fighters they need to fight. Because they had a program for Duarte, which they executed and won. So I think if they lock in on the fighters like they need to and build the programs that they need around it, I think Ryan has the ability to be the platform to send off whatever program needs to go to accomplish that. I want to see a rematch with Tank, to be honest, when he's in full fit shape and walking out the superstar like he's supposed to every fight. You feel me? Do what he needs to do. But yeah, I think Ryan got a good future ahead of him, man. I think he's gonna take some more wins, take some more dubs, and hopefully get some more belts. But yeah, we'll see.
Oscar, rápidamente, hablamos con Ryan y dijo que sí pega, uno de los peleadores que pegaba más fuerte. Estaba bien sorprendido, por eso estaba moviéndose en el 7º asalto. ¿Qué puedes decir de eso?
Sí, pues fue una buena pelea, me agarró, yo quería seguir peleando y pues a regresar más fuerte.
Gracias, Oscar, disfruta tu momento.
Gracias.
Aquí presentes, a toda la gente que me estuvo apoyando, al gran equipo que tengo, hicimos un gran campamento con mis entrenadores, mis managers. El boxeo pues es de estilos, no fue mi noche, y pues voy a seguir adelante con la frente en alto. Sé que queda mucho por trabajar y mucho camino por recorrer. Yo quiero ser campeón del mundo y no voy a parar hasta conseguirlo. Gracias de nuevo y pues felicitar a Ryan por la victoria y a Golden Boy por darme la oportunidad de esta gran pelea, y pues nada, a seguir con la frente en alto. Gracias.
Yes. Thank you, everyone, for supporting it. Had a great team, great managers. It's all about styles, and tonight it wasn't my night, but I want to be champion, and I want to thank Oscar and thank Ryan, and I won't stop here. I've got more coming, and I'm gonna keep going.
Sí, porque pues la verdad, o sea, yo venía a pelear y el vato pues no me estaba dando pues digo, fue su estrategia, pero sí siento que el referee no actuó bien.
Yes.
Pero no hay excusa, me ganaron bien.
Yes, I came to fight, and I feel like it wasn't fair. You know, he was giving me his back, but I came to fight, but that's not an excuse.
Sí, siento que fue injusto. Yo me levanté, sí me lastimó, pero me levanté entero, quería seguir peleando y sabía que podía ganar la pelea.
Yes, I feel like it was unfair because I still got up. I still felt like I could keep going. I was still at complete, and I could have kept going the fight, so it was unfair.
His power was strong. I was really surprised about his chin. You know, in the first round, I was catching him clean, and he was just like, he looked like he was eating them. I'm like, damn, he's eating shots. So I was like, second round, I'm like, I think he's going to go by third, but then by third, he kept putting more pressure, so I was like, I got to try to stop his momentum somehow. But yeah, he was a tough fighter. I knew he was going to be tough. Everybody was saying, like, why would he take this fight? So, you know, now I got to get my credit where it's due. You know, I fought in there. I had a fight, you know, with some grit and then find a knockout. So I think I did good, you know, especially with my first fight with Derek.
Ryan, you know, the seventh round, you kind of like moved around the ring, used a little bit more of your angles. Was that something part of the strategic plan that maybe Derek told you in the corner going into that round?
Oh, yeah. Derek, he was pretty adamant, like, come on, man. Why aren't you using your legs? Like, he's going to open up. And I was like, okay, because I was trying to stay there and just kind of smother him to try to, you know, stop his attack and kind of soften him up a little bit because he was, like, overly aggressive. I was like, let me just try to take some steam off his shot. But then I'm like, oh, well, he keeps throwing, so I'm going to start moving again. And then I just started locking in with my trainer. And, yeah, he was right. It opened up a shot, and he fell into a hook. I want Rollies, to be honest. I mean, I feel like it's a fun fight. He's a, you know, aggressive, crazy dude. Lead up would be crazy. Yeah, and I want that, you know. I mean, he has a title, technically. But yeah, let's do it.
What do you tell Roll if he's watching, Ryan?
Just, I don't know if you have a real injury or not, but he'll ask you.
Call us.
Ryan, so that first of all, that was hilarious. But I talked to you at the first press conference. I also asked you about who would you rather fight, Devin and T.O. And I think it would be a great idea if you kind of get Rolly out of the way for a bigger unification with maybe a Devin or a T.O. And I felt like you showed a lot of different tools today. I feel like no one's ever made you move that much. And for a second, we were a little worried. We thought maybe you were feeling his power. Tell us how you felt in there when you started using the movement, the openings you saw, and what you felt brought the knockout.
I mean, like I said, you know, in boxing, you're gonna fight power punchers. You know, guys that move a lot. Like my last fight, you know, Tank was moving a lot. You got to be able to just like know what to do with these guys. So like in my mind, I was like, okay, this dude does pack a punch. You know, he's a lot slower than me, but every time he hits you, like it feels like a rock. So I was like, okay, we'll figure it out. Because I'm not worried about it. You know, I'll take a good shot. You know, I took a big uppercut, cut me a little bit for the first time. But, you know, like I said, if I want to be a champion, I got to go through moments. You know, I got to go through a little bit of adversity. You know, my whole career, I didn't really have ever any real adversity, except, I guess, tank fight. But for me, like, because I've been dedicated to this camp, this felt like a fight to me. You know, it felt like, okay, like, I'm figuring out myself as a fighter, and it felt good to be in the ring. And I'm excited to keep improving with Derek, and I'm just so thankful for God and just what he did in my life, and even on the hard years that I went through. And, you know, I was lost for a long time. I took so many steps backwards after COVID, and just in life in general, as a boxer, as a person, the way I treated people is like, I lost a lot of myself. So I fought hard to get back to where I'm at now. You know, even in the tank fight, I wasn't there, but by the grace of God, you know, he never gave up on me. And I want to thank him for that in front of everybody.
No, pues me siento muy contento aquí con toda la familia, amigos.
¡Viva México!
¡Viva!
¡Viva Oscar!
Para trasladar para nuestro fanático en inglés, Oscar just said he feels really happy with all the fans here.
Big thank you to everybody in Houston that showed out today. We had a hard fight. As you can see, I probably need stitches for this eye. I should probably go right now, but you know, it was a tough fight. But I want to thank all you guys stuck with me, and you know, we're gonna keep building, keep growing, and you know, get that title. Let's get it.